Hi, very good afternoon, everyone who has logged in live to this session. Uh, all the people who have joined through the webcast sessions and will be listening over a podcast or a recorded session later. Welcome to the Shared Services Forum's fourth HR Leadership E-Summit 2021. My name is Rakesh Sinha, and you will see me for next few hours, maneuvering some of the conversations. I have a role in Shared Services Forum as a part of Governing Council. I'm a co-founder for Shared Services Forum. I'm also the CEO for Quintus Global, which is one of the partner organization and our value group. This HR event is a fourth in a row for us, and a few of you would be aware of Shared Services Forum, would be attending the Shared Services Forum's summits and a lot of knowledge sharing sessions. We are in 11th year of our mission of disseminating knowledge, bringing the practitioners together. We are a platform or an association by practitioners for practitioners. So bringing the leaders from the industry together to share their perspectives, their success stories, their learnings, and sometimes even failures, which makes people to relate with. There are multiple areas that the Shared Services Forum as an organization focuses. It focuses in terms of knowledge dissemination through events, through interactions, very focused group interactions, journals, like we have a quarterly journal by name Process Age. We have some pioneering publications, including surveys and books, which keeps coming on a periodic basis by Shared Services Forum. We also at Shared Services Forum do recognize the stellar contribution by the leaders as well as the organization in terms of driving transformation and delivering value or a business impact to the larger corporate. Specifically getting into the today's summit and a discussion. As I said, it's a fourth HR Leadership E-Summit, and this is a 2 days event, today and tomorrow. We are going to have a lot of interactions, conversations, sharing of some excellent perspective by the leaders, starting now till evening 6:30 p.m. And from 6:30 to 7:30, we also have a specific evening, what we call networking evening for an hour. Tomorrow, similar time, we'll start at 2:45. We'll go up to 6:30, followed by similarly the e-network connect. And a lot of people have opted to join for the e-network at 6:30 tomorrow as well. So this 2 days summit will focus on what we call a topic, seismic shift in human resources for powering growth next. And I think the words which we're going to stretch today a lot is on the seismic shift, how to look at powering growth next. And there are three other words which you could see as a byline to this entire theme of the event is workforce, workplace, and work pace. So we want to connect this entire seismic shift with these three specific terms and see in the current context how it needs to be relooked while we are designing for the future. We have some stalwarts, industry stalwarts who are going to be part of sharing their thought process. I can see one already on the screen with me, Praveer. Hi, Praveer. Good afternoon. Just give me a minute or two. I'll be taking you on the screen. So we'll have some of the industry stalwarts who will be sharing their perspectives, their guidance, if I can say, their experiences, as I say, and also will learn from each other so that they can take something back to their organization and see how they can, drive that impact really in terms of that growth next. So we'll have, just to set the context for you all, you would have received all the this program schedule. It's all also on the website. You would have also received the speaker profiles. All the speaker profiles are there on the website. The people who have logged in through the shared services portal may not be coming here live. They can also see on that link all these speaker profiles and the agenda available on the website. If you have logged in through YouTube or a Facebook, on the Facebook shared services forum handle, you will find all this information available. And even in the, if you're going to watch it later, you will find all this information available on the shared services forums portal. We'll have a keynote address from Praveer just now. And before I just invite him just to set the context of the day, from there, we'll move on to the panel session 1, which is called From the Lens of the CHROs, Building the Workplace of Future. We'll have some senior CHROs sharing their perspective. We'll move on to the fireside chat. We'll have Animesh Kumar, who is the president and CHRO for Z, talking about or having a conversation around the recipe for powering growth next. We'll move to the panel session 2. The session 2 talks about mind over matter, developing and strengthening workplace culture in a multifaceted hybrid environment. We'll have 3 senior HR professionals sharing their perspectives in terms of how they look at this really mind over matter, and then we'll summarize for the day 1. Tomorrow we have similarly a few interesting sessions planned for. The first of the session is from Gitanjali Pandit, who is going to talk about what I really like the term all is well and myth or reality, balancing purpose and happiness at work. Then there's a panel session 3, which talks about walking the tightrope, unlocking value through end-to-end HR shared services, more conversation around how to leverage shared services as a tool, some business storytelling by Ekha Chaturvedi on employee resilience and work-life design, and so on and so forth. The panel session 4 is on finding clarity in chaos, the ever-changing new normal, and we'll have some of the HR professionals sharing their perspective, well moderated by Anand, this panel, and concluding the 2-day summit. With this, as I was sharing that from the people who have logged in the session just now live, they will have the ability to ask questions through a Q&A text box. And the panelists and the moderators will facilitate to respond to some of these questions. People who have logged in through the SSF portal or other social media tools, they can always post their questions through our event handle or send an email to the info@shared services forum, and we'll get back with the responses on that. We'll also have a poll for the people who have joined live, and this poll will be available on the portal as well. With this, the time is there now. Without taking anything further, I think I will request one of the names which does not require introduction. I think so popular on social media that before he posts, people keep waiting for his post, if I can say. I think if he's away for 2-3 days, people will start finding he's all right, checking about his whereabouts. That's the way I've seen. And the post Praveer sometimes brings is nothing to do with the professional journey sometimes he had. He'll talk about some of the personal side of the life and then connect so well with the human as well as the professional side. And I think a lot to take from those topics. But I have to just do a couple of lines for you, Praveer, and all these profiles have been circulated to the people. As I mentioned, it's also on all the social media as well as on the portal. Praveer Jha is founder and CEO of Praveer Jha Advisory. He started as a civil servant, and I think working for Indian Ordnance Factory for about a decade, leading the HR and IR areas, and then he moved into the corporate. And what a stint in the corporate, working with some of the major marquee organizations, some Fortune 500 companies like Dr. Reddy's and Tata Motors as a CHRO. Then he became part of Reliance Industries, and then from there Cipla being his last typical corporate CHRO role, and then he became part of supporting organizations, creating their strategies in terms of people engagement and so on and so forth. So with this, I will pass it on to you, Praveer. We are all just waiting to hear from you, and then I'll be back after hearing your thoughts. I think your session is all about designing and adapting to culture for growth in the new world. And with this, over to you, Praveer.